Welcome back to Top 10s, the channel where we explore the most mysterious, fascinating, and spine-chilling events in history. If you love diving into the unexplained and experiencing real-life paranormal stories that will make you question everything you know, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a new video. Today we're counting down the top 10 real-life paranormal events that have stunned witnesses and continue to puzzle researchers and enthusiasts alike. These stories are so bizarre and unsettling that they blur the line between reality and the supernatural. Let's dive deep into each of them. Number 10. The Dyatlov Pass Incident. Starting off our list is the Dyatlov Pass Incident, which occurred in 1959 in the Ural Mountains of Russia. 9 experienced hikers set out on a trekking expedition, but when their bodies were discovered under strange circumstances, the world was left with more questions than answers. The hikers' tent was found torn open from the inside, and their belongings were left behind in a rush, some of them seemingly discarded in a state of panic. Several of the victims had severe internal injuries, including crushed chests, yet there were no external wounds, something more akin to the force of a car crash. One of the hikers was missing her eyes, and another's tongue had been removed, adding to the horror. What makes this incident even more perplexing is that there were traces of radiation found on some of the hikers' clothing. Theories about the cause of their deaths vary widely, from an avalanche to a military cover-up, to something even more mysterious, such as a yet-to-be-discovered force of nature or extraterrestrial activity. Could they have been victims of some sort of government experiment, or were they fleeing something supernatural? Despite many attempts to explain this tragedy, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most chilling unsolved mysteries in history. Number 9. The Ghost Ship of the Flannan Isles. 3 lighthouse keepers, James Ducat, Thomas Marshall, and William MacArthur, vanished without a trace from their remote lighthouse on the Flannan Isles, located off the west coast of Scotland. When a relief ship arrived on the 26th of December to check on the keepers, they found the lighthouse completely deserted, and the men were nowhere to be found. Their personal belongings, including Ducat's watch, were left behind, and even more mysteriously, one of the keepers' meals was found, untouched, on the table. The lighthouse log recorded strange entries in the days leading up to the disappearances, including one that spoke of a storm that had been frighteningly quiet, something that's been linked to the men's possibly seeing something supernatural. Theories about their disappearance range from a violent storm that may have washed them away to more chilling suggestions, such as the involvement of supernatural forces or even a paranormal entity. Despite investigations including the theory of a possible murder, the case remains unsolved, and locals still whisper about the ghostly figures seen near the lighthouse, including shadows moving past the windows at night. Number 8. The Enfield Poltergeist. The event began in 1977 in Enfield, England, when the Hodgson family began experiencing strange and terrifying paranormal activity in their home. The family first reported strange knocking sounds, which turned into furniture moving on its own and objects being thrown across rooms. However, the most unsettling part of the haunting involved their 11-year-old daughter, Janet, who began to exhibit signs of possession. She was heard speaking in a deep, menacing voice that did not belong to her, and witnesses described her levitating and contorting her body in unnatural ways. Over time, paranormal investigators, including the famous Ed and Lorraine Warren, became involved. While some people claimed that the entire incident was a hoax or an elaborate prank staged by the family, others pointed to the credible witnesses, including police officers, who reported seeing strange occurrences firsthand. Even skeptics were unable to dismiss the physical evidence of unexplained phenomena, such as objects being thrown without any visible cause. Whether it was a genuine poltergeist or a psychological manifestation, the Enfield Poltergeist case remains one of the most famous and terrifying hauntings in history. Number 7. The Bermuda Triangle. A vast stretch of ocean located between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. For decades, this region has been the subject of intense speculation and fear due to the mysterious disappearances of ships and aircraft within its boundaries. Known as the Devil's Triangle, it's infamous for incidents where vessels and planes vanish without a trace, often under perfectly calm conditions. One of the most famous disappearances was that of Flight 19, a squadron of 5 Navy bombers that disappeared in 1945 during a routine training exercise. The pilots reportedly became disoriented and radioed for help before disappearing, and a search plane sent to rescue them also vanished. Theories about the Bermuda Triangle range from natural explanations, such as methane gas pockets beneath the ocean that could cause ships to sink or pilots to lose control of their planes, to more supernatural ideas, such as portals to other dimensions or extraterrestrial activity. Many believe that the Bermuda Triangle remains a mysterious and dangerous place, where the laws of nature and the boundaries of reality are mysteriously altered. Number 6. The Moth Man sightings. Next on our list is the bizarre and unsettling Moth Man sightings. This cryptid, described as a large humanoid creature with glowing red eyes and massive bat-like wings, was first seen in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, in 1966. Witnesses described seeing the creature fly above their heads and even follow their cars. The Mothman was particularly active in the months leading up to the tragic collapse of the Silver Bridge in 1967, which killed 46 people. Some locals believed that the Mothman was a harbinger of doom, a supernatural creature sent to warn of impending disaster. Others speculate that the sightings were merely misidentified owls or large birds, but the consistent reports of the creature from multiple witnesses and its proximity to the disaster have fueled the idea that it was something far more sinister. Over the years, the Mothman has become a legend, inspiring books, documentaries, and even a film. Whether it's a supernatural entity or simply a creature of folklore, the Mothman sightings remain one of the most intriguing and chilling paranormal phenomena ever reported. Number 5. The Bell Witch Haunting. At number 5, we have the haunting of the Bell family in Tennessee, one of the earliest and most terrifying accounts of paranormal activity in American history. The Bell Witch hauntings began in 1817, when John Bell and his family began hearing strange noises in their home, knocking on walls, the sound of chains dragging, and even the sound of an invisible entity speaking. The entity, which eventually identified itself as Kate, made itself known to the family by speaking in a disembodied voice. Kate reportedly cursed the family, particularly John Bell, and even went so far as to physically attack the family members, leaving them bruised and battered. The entity also claimed to be the spirit of a woman who had been wronged by John Bell in the past. The Bell Witch was said to have even appeared before Andrew Jackson, who was so terrified by the entity's powers that he allegedly fled the area. Over the years, the Bell Witch legend has become ingrained in American folklore, and the Bell family's torment continues to intrigue paranormal researchers today. Number 4. The mysterious death of Elisa Lam. Coming in at number 4 is the strange and still unsolved case of Elisa Lam. In 2013, Elisa, a 21-year-old Canadian tourist, was found dead in a water tank atop the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles after disappearing for several weeks. What makes this case even more mysterious is the surveillance footage from the hotel elevator, which shows Elisa behaving erratically shortly before her death. She appears to press all the elevator buttons, hides in the corner, and seems to talk to someone or something that is not visible. Her bizarre behavior has sparked numerous theories, including suggestions that she may have been under the influence of drugs, or that she was experiencing some sort of mental breakdown. Others, however, believe that the strange nature of her behavior suggests something far more sinister at play, such as paranormal activity, or even foul play. Despite the hotel being a location known for its dark history, including being the site of multiple mysterious deaths and criminal activity, Elisa's death remains a deeply unsettling and largely unexplained mystery. Number 3. The Hintk Murders. In 1922, a family of 6 was brutally murdered on their isolated farm in Germany. The strange part about this case is that the family's killers were never identified, and the details surrounding the crime continue to baffle investigators. What makes this case even more unsettling is that, for days before the murders, the family noticed signs of an intruder living in their home. They reported hearing strange footsteps in the attic, and the cattle outside were disturbed. When the bodies were found, the family was found dead, with some showing signs of having been murdered while they slept. The police found no sign of forced entry, and the mysterious footprints in the snow leading up to the house, but none leading away, have led some to suggest that the killer may have been someone already living on the farm. Despite the extensive investigations, the case remains unsolved, and the terrifying atmosphere surrounding the murders has kept people speculating for decades. Number 2. The Blackeyed Children. These creepy entities, often described as children with pitch-black eyes and an unnerving sense of dread surrounding them, have been reported across the world. Typically, the Blackeyed Children approach people in isolated areas, often asking for a ride or to come inside their homes. Witnesses frequently report a sense of deep unease and an overwhelming feeling of something being terribly wrong when they encounter these children. Some speculate that these beings are demonic in nature, while others believe they are aliens, time travelers, or creatures from another dimension. Regardless of their origins, these encounters are often terrifying and have left lasting psychological scars on those who have reported them. Number 1. The Wendigo. And finally, at number 1, we have one of the most terrifying entities in North American folklore, the Wendigo. This malevolent spirit is said to inhabit the forests of Canada and the northern United States. Described as a gaunt, emaciated figure with glowing eyes and an insatiable hunger for human flesh, the Wendigo is often associated with cannibalism. The creature is said to possess humans, turning them into monsters who crave the taste of human flesh. Over the years, there have been multiple reports of people claiming to have encountered the Wendigo in the wild, with many describing a sense of overwhelming dread and an eerie presence. While some view the Wendigo as a myth, others believe it to be an actual supernatural force that preys on the weak and desperate. The Wendigo continues to haunt the forests and remains one of the most terrifying and enduring legends in North America. Those were the top 10 real-life paranormal events that continue to captivate and terrify us. Whether they are manifestations of the supernatural, unsolved mysteries, or chilling legends passed down through generations, these stories remind us that there's still much about the world we don't understand. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments which of these paranormal events you find the most unsettling. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning the world around you.